Yeah. Yeah, my dear Earthly. Yeah, most kind, most precious, which fulfilling. And what's which fulfilling students and friends and for the father, mother, yeah, brothers, sisters, all the sentient beings. Okay. So I don't remember where I stopped last time. Do you remember?
We did a long quote, Rinpoche, from Lama Tsongkhapa.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, it's yeah, the first motivation. Okay, so just oneself, even totally free forever, and achieve the liberation from samsara, blissful state peace. That's not the real meaning of life. The real meaning of life is to benefit others. So here, first thing, the great equanimity. Yes, as you think you're most important and happiness is most important, all that. So now, first is equalizing and extending also others. So like that, everywhere, every numberless helping, numberless hungers, numberless helpings, numberless hunger ghosts, numberless animals, numberless mosquitoes, numberless ants, numberless tons creatures. Everyone is so important. You see, as you think how you were the most important, so not everyone is most important. And that means their happiness. Not only your happiness, but their happiness. Everyone. And even person, yeah. The person who complains to the person who complains to you, even you didn't make mistakes, but who complains to you, who think you did the mistake, even though you didn't do, or whatever, so, who beat you, who harmed you, kill you, or complaints, or, mind that doesn't like you, hate you, whatever. So, so that including that person, yes, you think you are the person, most important. Yeah, his happiness is most important. As you think yourself. Yes. There is no one single reason why he's not important. After you think, you believe I'm the most important, this person, with the body to mind was about harming. Yeah, nothing, not much more. And he's happy. He's happy. How can? What is the proof there? It's not, and you are. Yes. There's no one single proof. It's not logical. Yeah. It's you see, we don't You don't think logical, I'm the Muslim, I'm my happiness is the Muslim. Oh, others then. Yes, it's all that's right. I mean, yeah. When people fight, kill others, so that so happened, what happened, the German kill, they kill. So then, yeah. Then the animal doesn't harm you, but want to eat the animal. So kill the chickens, kill the fish. Oh, numberless, I mean, can you imagine? So even you have enough money to feed yourself, but you go for fishing to pleasure, just fishing pleasure. And you don't know that that you are engaged in the karma yourself to be born as a fish are caught by somebody else, by the fishing people. You have no idea, no understand. Never come in mind. Doesn't understand karma. Yeah, you don't want to be like, of course you don't want to be like that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but how do you know you want to be like that? You can cause now. Yeah. You can cause it. No idea. No understanding. Like darkness in the sky. Holiness. Ignorance. Papa Lama channel. But years. So therefore now you can see how we are so fortunate. This life. Not all born human being, but mostly human beings don't believe, they don't understand, don't believe. See? So now you can see how you are so fortunate. So fortunate. Understand karma. Able to open mind to understand karma. So fortunate. Yes, we are so fortunate. That's unbelievable. So that you can abandon negative karma and practice good karma. What's that? That's it. I mean, you think they're suffering. You believe they're like this? Yeah? Treat the animals so like that is. Look, you have no idea you are engaging in the karma, negative karma. But you don't see you're going to suffer like that. 그러니까 so that's first. So feel some equanimity with everyone. Then next is by checking all the sufferings come from the eye, by cherishing all the suffering. Yeah, so what did not achieve enlightenment in the past spirit. Yeah, and slowly you follow the eye, then cannot achieve enlightenment in the future. Yes. Then can't enlighten, unable to enlighten. Sentiment beside you. So all that. So yeah, then continuously not even achieve liberation or sometimes. So continuously suffer, you suffer sometimes. From beginningless. Now before that then there was something endless in the future. So all the obstacles, all the obstacles and all the problems. Really, everything came from. The eyes, so that's to be abandoned. And what's called others then to be cherished because you receive all your happiness, as I said before many times, happiness from beginningless rebirth, now, future, including enlightenment, everything you receive from others. So others to be cherished most. Yeah. So that. Person who beat you, who angry to you, who complain, who kill you. Then you see, you practice patience. You practice patience without anger, control anger. Practice patience. Then you see, then you through paramita, through practice the paramita patience, then you achieve enlightenment. So that person gives you enlightenment. Or he or she gives you enlightenment. So total cessation of all the obscuration, all the mistakes, completion of all the realization. You see, it's amazing. How's what qualities like sky. So you see from her or him, he gives you. So the kindness of that person, come from kindness person, skies of kindness. Like that, reality like that. If you follow self-chasing thoughts, the ignorance, holding things as true like extent, then then the attachment or the you see they don't think this. They only think a hallucination. You see, what appeared to them, what they believe the hallucination is only that. They don't think the reality. If you follow that mind, because it depends on what you. So you follow, you follow patience or kindness. You follow the karma. Then also it makes you rise unbelievable compassion to that person. Wow. Amazing. So instead of harm, you only want to help the person, whatever you can, whatever capacity you have. So like that. So as I said, 다게 레지 꾸에는 달라 너제 대전데 대회 sem전 야동 다게서 말함 마카마 persuaded therefore I received this harm. in the past, you say karma, you treat it like that to the person. So then because of that, then that makes you to receive this harm to you. You know. So why the people angry? Why the people complain to you? There are causative phenomena. So causative phenomena, it's not permanent. Causative phenomena, not truly. So yeah. So there's that driven dependent rising. So that's dependent on you, how you treat those sentiments in the past. Oh, you're harmed. Oh, so now that's what makes them harm you now. To better treat what you believe better. So because that, then the Krishna Karma, so that makes them to despair in the human realm. They are human realm now due to good karma. But then the karma, the Krishna Karma, and the Mahamaya, so then they despair in the human realm. You see, they die and they get born in the hell. So then, you see, so the suffer. I mean, even that. So there's not even a can't find even second of harm, only to benefit, only to help, to benefit, whatever you can, whatever capacity you have. And in the future, of course, you become enlightened, then to enlighten that. And of course, that's the biggest benefit, what you want to do in the future. So therefore, practice Dharma now, for the sentient, not only for him or her, but for all this, every single sentient being, you practice Dharma. Yeah, so even you not generate path, but you're purifying, doing all preliminary practice, purifying, collecting merits, maintaining on the path to actualize path. So you're preparing for that, to have every sentiment, not only yourself to enlightenment, but every sentiment free from ocean, sometimes stuff, bring to enlightenment. Including that person, yeah? So that, wow. Like that, so anyway, so the next one, then let's go out cherish others. Yeah, the I is something to be renounced without even second, and then without even second, cherish others most. Like that. Now then from there, if you want happiness, that makes you to be enlightened. Brings you to enlightenment. That's why Buddha said, Buddha, he was ordinary being, but became enlightened now, many more times ago, yeah? Not a Buddha guy, many times ago. Though it's an act, like a theater, somebody acting as a Buddha, somebody acting as a, troll, this, like that. Because, of course, that's different. Buddha was acting, Buddha was theater, ordinary people acting. So Buddha did like that acting. Buddha. So you show ignorant and you see king's life and the prince, and then you start with the sufferings. I think yeah, death, old age, and something like that. Then you run away from king's life. And that's showing, I mean, to be free for some time. As a then from the household life and sort of had to be announced. Yeah, this is to show. Yeah. Oh, the so I'm not going to repeat everything again. So I told them many times. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, past, present, future, all the happiness and all the realizations. Even the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, you rely on all the time. I mean, cherishing or you pray. Comes from the, you see, the every single hunger goes, every single prosperity. You don't see that. Every single, so you see the insects and Chinese being, the all biggest, the Kasa biggest in the water, ocean, wells. Yeah, so. Without Sangha. They came from every mosquito, every ant, every, badu, yeah. So that's so precious. Like, as you mentioned, like Ichi from Buddha, Ichi enlightenment from Buddha, so like that, Ichi enlightenment from sentiments. And then, so therefore, as we respect Buddha, what do we respect sentiments? The Buddha Chavadara said, that's true. So then the person who complains to you, angry to you, and, whatever, Buddhist demand harm. All then, see, that without including that, not this, every sentiment, yeah. So, so one respect, yeah. So, how dare you can give harm? From where all your happiness come, and from where Buddha Dhamma Sangha, number of Buddha Dhamma Sangha, brother. Most precious. So how dare you can give harm? So it's only help. Wow. So only the respect to and I respect Buddha. So anyway, so the sending says, liberated free from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to the peerless happiness. The full enlightenment, the total cessation of obscuration, completion of realization. By yourself, by oneself. Therefore, one must achieve stereo omniscience. Stereo omniscience. They wasn't going to listen to teaching. Okay. Because the virus, in particular, I call logic on that. Yeah. Okay. So, I think I did mention, I don't remember the last time or time before, I'm not sure. I did mention, but when you're, you see, I mentioned the benefits of Satyapanita said, I'm not going to repeat again. So, it was mentioned quite a few times. I said, even the work is very hard, or an example, working with a center or something. Then I said, is fulfilling Guru's wishes, advice, so that, that you see, that comes to the Guru's plan, you know. So even so complicated, so difficult, so some problems are so difficult to succeed. Not happening. You see, being so much harder, but as I said, in reality, you see, when you do that, it is said in teachings, there's so many hundred thousands of protestations, like Lama Tsongkhapa did, many hundred thousands, not only 100,000, so many hundred thousands of protestations by the Santa. So you see, here, when you're going through this, the work is so difficult to do, all the experience hardships, all that something, so many you have to recognize, should know there's something to enjoy the most, because it contains many hundred thousands of prostrations within that. So you get done, in reality. So you get the benefit. Or then, like Vajrasattva, so many 100,000 Vajrasattva. So mental offering, prostration, so there were some of the preliminary practice that get done within that. Amazing. They have to recognize, should realize that. Yes, so therefore the most enjoyable thing becomes the most happiest thing in your life, most enjoyable thing. What else is that to enjoy more? That's what you see. For for this present but state of mind, you see. It's unbelievable. So I mentioned that before. I think recently, I don't know which one, the last teaching or the time before. So, and also remember so the sicknesses and even bad dreams or famine or even things like that. Guru scold you or some things like that. Then Lama Tsongkhapa said in the Lamrim, for a long time wandering the lower realms is suffer, not just tourists or tourists walking around, tourists traveling around, not that idea. This suffering, unbelievable, most heavy suffering. That kind of by experiencing some sickness or So if one correctly follow the virtual trend, then you see, oh yeah, for so long wandering the lower realms, see, there is suffering. So those get purified by experiencing some sickness in this life, or even the dream. Don't remember what about. My memory is so bad, so don't remember what about what. Yeah, so get purified. So, I mean, the eons of this suffering the Lord get purified. You see, with this, yeah. Lama mentioned. Then the Buddha Siddhikapa Sutra that said, Gawachiva Bhagavad unconceivable 10 millions of eons negative karma, which makes you to wander in the lower realms and suffer. That is, heavy suffering. Then in this life, you get epidemic disease or contagious disease, like virus. Famine, even scold, guru scold or scold. Even something bad happened, even something, bad dream happened, you see. But that was unconceivable 10 million eons of nirkama to be suffer, wander in the Lord, totally get purified, completely get purified. That, see. So you see, by Khaturiya foreign gurus' advice and wishes, then if you get sick or something happens, so that's an incredible good thing. So it's unbelievable. So purification. So you see, so many eons of them. Yeah, they suffer from the Lord, get purified, get finished. Oh, that's bad, you see. Whatever something, sickness or whatever, something, some problem would happen. So by that, finish. So it's very positive. So it's something that you enjoy most. It's not negative, not bad, it's misunderstanding. So I think many times it happens. We don't recognize it, we don't know. So then we think it's bad. Yeah, Yeah, so you see, I think for example, muscle, I give it. So working so hard for material project, and then you see now you got this disease. I don't know what the name for that. You can't sit much sit on bed with chair. You have to stand up and, I don't know what the name there. So, it's been for many years. So since he stopped that. Anyway, that, then one monk, I forgot, sorry. Cherishing, Pende, yeah. So, he worked for 7 years, day and night, computer, working for material project, so much. And then you see, after that, he feel kind of sickness. when you see computer, I think I don't know pen or signature. You can't think of a computer and can see. Suddenly be sick for many years, and so now maybe they could a little bit better. I think those are, you see, positive. Where I think it's positive. So in the reality, so many years, so many eons of the heavy suffering, lower realm, hell realm, all get purified. They are purified. No, that's what I think. So, I like that. Yeah. So I think I told you already. By practicing Dharma, you see the purification. I think I mentioned you already one time. So you see, of course, the best one is you never experience any the heavy negative karma collected from beginners, but and so many years so those get purified and then don't experience any problem or yes, anything. That then the next one is you don't experience for so many eons of negative karma, the suffering the lower realm, but then you see all those things manifested in this life. Some disaster, this life, cancer or or some sicknesses and some problem, and so reality those so many heavy negative karmas that you wonder suffer in the lower realm, so many unconscionable events so purified. You don't have to suffer. That's very positive. Very, 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 very positive. So, you have to realize. Then next one, you see, even you get born lower realm, but you see, lighter, less, when lighter period, less. So then you get born lower realm, but it's 1 second. When you throw rocks on the rock, you throw a rock on the a small rock on the rock, then ta, see, just ta, all like that 1 second, like that, or you see, short time and the suffering is lighter, all like that, you see, all like that. So there's many categories, depending, you see how much the purification happened, or depending on how much you depending on how you practice well, or that, you see, or that. So, yeah. So what I said, didn't remember word by word, but yeah, the second quotation, the more I remember, but first was, shorter, but in the essence you understood, like that. You have to recognize, all like that. And it is there's 9 attitude, it's the foreign Guru devotion, the 9 attitude of Guru devotion there. So there's, you see, how hard work you see the Guru asked to do, or you see, so that's how big it is, how big so it is like, it's like a mountain, but it's a mountain, but it's on the earth. You have to hold. Oh, so that, how big it is, responsibility. And how hard it is, then consider, like load, big load, so heavy load, something you carry with the, tie with the ropes, not monk rope, but rope, to, like that, examples. Then how difficult is people complain or how difficult it is. You take it as a decoration. The decoration beautify you. So by thinking of all the benefits, from Guru's wishes, advice, all the unbelievable purification. So many years they come and get purified. All that brings you closer to enlightenment. Liberated from samsara, closer to enlightenment. But thinking that, then you see, it's a decoration. Then you're happy, so happy to that. So happy, mind is so happy. Oh, like that, you see. So if you go through the 9 attitudes of Guru devotion, then you can understand. Then you see, then you can recognize how your work is practiced. Rule the path to enlightenment. That's you have to recognize. You have to think. Otherwise you don't think that, then there's so much problem. Then kind of your emotion comes, negative emotion, negative karma, other people can negative karma with you, then you can karma, each other helping. It's like shower, like a rain shower. Life is very short. Life is very short. Can die any time. But instead of collecting in the showers of good karma, but showers of negative karma. And so that depends on how you think. If you think as a correctly following by the friend, following Guru's wishes or advice or then positive, most positive, then most happy, then because it's the benefits. Otherwise, I just finish the whole life just in the karma. Today I think that much. I think today I think the got the Guru. I've gone through some of the criticisms in the past, a long time ago. So, 동복교회 떨레스. Sudra, 동복, trunk, 거기도. 그랬죠. something. So anyway, don't work with it.
Stokes Array Sutra.
Kasa,
Stokes Array Sutra.
strokes of what? What?
Array of stocks.
Arya, stroke, Buddha.
Array of stocks.
Reign of stroke, Buddha. Huh?
Array of Stock Sutra.
Ray of stocks. Okay. Ray of stock sutra. You see, in the teachings it said, if you're bodhicitta, then you see, somebody angry to you, somebody complaining to you, because bodhicitta is very powerful. So the past things come out, so many events things come out, get purified. Even somebody get angry to you, complain you, get purified. Like that. All right. Yeah, so so I think maybe I start that to Guru. Oh, then the so yeah. So you see, it's like this. Let's I give you one example. People who study a lot may think it's made by Tibetan Lamas. They trip, and you know that maybe don't think it's possible to have realization explained. Maybe the Tibetan Lamas trip. You know, like the times, hippie times, the drugs and different drugs and all that trip. So Tibetan Lamas trip, and maybe they just talk, but it doesn't really happen. Doesn't change mind, but sometimes maybe thinking. However, of course, I'm not saying I have a realization. Of course, no way. But it is my own experience. If you do continual purification, strong purification with Tattva Buddha or things like that, and then collecting merits, like from mandala or so forth, it's good. Then strong Guru devotion. So you develop that strong Guru devotion or that. You look at Buddha. Oh, if you develop these things, then you see, even you don't have realization yet, but you see, you think in that way. You see, when you think that way, you know, to realize, to be able to realize. So it is a causative phenomena. The realization is a causative phenomena. The experience is a causative phenomena. So you see, when this thing happens, and then you see, so much easy. The awareness, the impairments that you see to I mean, how this life is so precious. Even a sky filled with witchcraft jewels, and then this life, there's no comparison. precious. They were, if you can fill the whole sky, if you have that much, nothing. Because you can't achieve higher rebirth, purifying, purifying the Lord can't. And achieve nirvana, purifying something can't. From just alone from that. And then achieve what it is that non-self achieving love can't. From that, you see? But with the body, yes! You can do it, yeah. So, just very clear. So then you can see this, how precious your body, your present human body is. So, anyway, so, you see, then more easy to feel compassion to others. So things like that. Then even you don't know much, even you don't know many philosophical words, teachings, yeah, but you see, they're able to, recognize what is the false eye, able to recognize. And somehow to see the what means emptiness, not because to get the idea of say what means emptiness through your experience, not to follow the words, but your experience. So see. So similar, and so I mean that's the foundation, but that's was tantra, so it's not just blah 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 blah, or blah blah blah. No, it's not just blah 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 blah. Kind of to show that I'm great. No, that you see. That's the reality. So people who say, oh, this is Lama 12, Lama 3, wow, this is nothing, this I don't believe. Well, that's because the person didn't study well, didn't check, didn't examine well. So they don't know. They leave it out, then they don't, so that. So therefore, this is what Lama Tsongkhapa explained, but I'm adding this on the top. You see, so you see, Shingutula tempers, but when you listen to teaching, you can't follow, can't understand, you can't reflect, can't meditate, So and even you can understand some, but you forget all these things. So anyway, Shingutula mind is advice, follow advice, depending on the holy Shing, merit-filled Shing, not tree, Shing, not Shing, Shing, and merit-filled. That's the answer. So, nothing happened to mind. So many years ago, met Buddhism, heard so many teachings, through that, this and that. Even you did it, many, but nothing happened to mind. Down there, here's the answer. Sing Tulata Maya. Depend on Holy Mary Field, or that was Lama Tsongkhapa. That. So, the so practicing the Jocha paper practice or the yeah. So this the Mundichiri with the Lama Tsongkhapa asked Mundichiri, what is the method to possible to actualize the Lamrim? I think maybe we said quickly or so Mundichiri answered. So you see, one way, pacify obstacles for realization is the obstacle. Like Bodhisattva, so the pacifiers. Sometimes collective merits, external merits. Then one punctually requests the Guru. One point to say, devotee's mind is the Guru, looking at the Guru, looking at the Buddha, the same Buddha. So one punctually requesting, my prayer. Then you see, then you see, then the realization, even realization comes. Fourth, then the realization comes. In the fourth was mental on dream, then realization comes. So you see, even the meditation, those other things are done very strong, intensive. Develop the Guru Rinpoche, one hundred question. Then even you meditation very little, very not much. Even mentally, the experience comes. Like that. The Shungatula my advice for relying on the mental field is like that. What the Monastery explained, Buddha wisdom. Monastery was the message to all Buddha's wisdom. Okay, then Kachore. Then Lama Tsongkhapa said, I don't know the title, which text, but these four dharmas stabilize, then the Lama Dalang the rest of the virtue, Lama Dalang rest of the virtue will instantly generate. You have to write down. That. So I think people to him about how is the highly mendable, that one. Then to be able to find it. Again, impairments, that's the karma, I think, these four things. If your mind is developed well, your mind in these four states is stabilized, very strong, stable. Then rest of the path to enlightenment, Lama, the rest of the virtues, Dharma, Dharma is immediately. You need to generate. Like that. You have to know that. You have to write down. So that means, Buddhista, then never, then it happens. Never get to enlightenment. Never get to enlightenment. I met one Lama, I don't know a Lama. He started Kopan Monastery for a long time in Tibet. Then he now anyway, so whenever I meet him, he says, he went to the room, the windy and chakras and drops. I mean, at least 2 times happened more than He always has a mentor that, but it doesn't say how to learn. So anyway, when this is, so many people, of course, they like the hard practice. They kind of like, they stop like garbage. They like throw garbage or, that this foundation, Pablim, all this, come out, this basic things. They throw like garbage. They never think, you see. So that's what Lama Tsang was. Oh, Chöshi did that. Root, the Chöshi did that. Zawa Tingyo, oh, these 4 dharmas, the root stabilized, done. Geshe Lama, the rest of virtue will immediately generate. So that means rest passing, so easily. So that there you listen. So if you want practice, you listen there. Do that. Oh, then the bodhicitta will come fully. Bodhicitta emptiness, all that. So you want to doctrine of Dharma, yeah. Otherwise, they don't become. They don't even you think doctrine of Dharma high. Even it would be hard to become Dharma. You understand? If you don't have a renunciation of truth. Yeah, this life, then renunciation sometimes. Then it cannot be, it wouldn't be a cause of liberation. Not only enlightenment, but it wouldn't be cause of liberation, so cause samsara. So, like that. So I pass the message to you. How to make your question? How to make possible realization? You see, you have in your mind what book, Dharma book, Lamni explain how to have really in your mind. What that is where how to do, starting from that root in your mind. Okay. Chöchi deda tsawa tenju na geje lama dera nidu je. So, okay. So maybe I'll stop here tonight. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so, did all the paths of Pesach, marriage, the collective Amitra, marriage, the collective numberless and numberless Buddhas. May the Bodhicitta be generous in the mind of all sentiments. That's in the way to be developed. Chandra Sanjo Rinpoche Amate Pana Dijuti Kyaba Nyamba Meba Yi Kungne Kongdu Pewa Yo. And the empty Kandera Dunda Meba Da Junde Dende Lua Meba Ni Pesa Game Chozo Chawa Yi Loju Gonde Taba Jini Lo. Oh, we pray for the particular, all the whatever the other things, but the particular virus. how many six sentences there are, but they were liberated from the sicknesses immediately. May the sentence never get the sickness of the yeah, to do all the past, the best, the best, the marriage to club, the marriage to club, and the number of Buddhas. Samje neba jini eba nyudo nele taju ji zhewe nena yamalu tado jungwa meba shu Samje neba jini Panyudo nele taju jidwe nena malu abadado jungwa meba shoy simje neba tinye panyudo nele taju jidwe nena malu abadado jungwa meba shoy. And then those Khazani Oda, not only that, not only free things, but oh man, that do all the parts of it, which you are married to call Brahmins, married to call numbers Buddhas. May they those words, particularly those. May they never ever get reborn in the world. May all their wishes be succeed immediately according to Holy Dharma. Nothing may get Dharma, everything be Holy Dharma. And then generally Bodhicitta may they achieve enlightenment as quick as possible, make it short. I didn't get those who died, that's the problem. I particularly with virus, all that. May they did all the 3 dimensions declared by me, by sentence by the Buddhas, all that. May they never even reborn in the lower realm. And then they may be born in the Pure Land where they can become enlightened. At least they may they receive perfect human rebirth. May the minor teaching, may the perfectly qualified Maya, a virtuous friend. And then who revealed the unnecessary path to enlightenment. Then able to please, they may be able to please the most to the holy mind, the virtuous friend. And through that, may the achieve enlightenment as soon as possible. Okay. Then today, due to all the past, the best, the worst, I married to classify me. 3 times married to classify numberless and numberless Buddhas. May I fulfill the wishes of all sentient beings more than wish grandeur. May I may I accomplish the sentient being's expectation more than which can free. Okay. Whatever the suffering that sentient beings have, a bad experience. Whatever happiness may have equality may happen to all the sentient beings. Due to all the past which I made to classify, three I made to classify. Numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas, which exist in mere name. To that matter, I who exists in the mere name. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists in the mere name. I lead all the sentient beings who exist in the mere name to that Buddhahood which exists in the mere name. Brahma, so alone, who exists in the mere name. Jambal Bhavya Jita Jamba Takunda Sambo De Yande Jindu De Takundi Jitun Dala Jinkewa Jita Tam Jirabdu Tutun Jebe Jawa Tam Jijung Owa Kangla Tutun Owa Yeta Kekewe Tawati Sambo Jirabdu Owa Rainji. Jabo Tongawe Chitan Namba Bevata Kijama Shivata Tunjamal Tamasho Tata Chingetu Etanyala Tenjawa Lotan Rava Yetembe Banjo Jeda Kamande Payande Amaleba Kale Sambe Kade Okay. I read those before, no? Did I read? Last time. Huh?
There's two new ones.
Which one? These two. This one. I haven't read.
No, it's new. For us, new.
Huh? Similar. Oh, then. Now, no. Wow! I have over happiness. Should I share only some, not all, only some, for the people who are dying for happiness? Okay, then this one. Everybody loves from the heart, but I try to love from the brain or from the tip of my nose. Ha 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 ha. He. Okay? Okay.
Sister.
Huh?
That one's sister.
Yeah. This is a bad sister. This, I read this. I read this.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
Only. Okay, all right.